Start now! I love just rewarding those who actually made the effort to be here on time. So we're not going to wait on the slow coaches. We're going to recognise especially the speakers that have made the effort to be here today, and the audience who have made the effort to be here today. So thank you guys, thank you for turning up. I must admit, when I first put some suggestion out onto Telegram, I didn't know if there was going to be any interest in personal development. So just a little introduction. I'm Mike. I actually started a Yes group in Scotland 21 years ago. And so I was just thinking, well, it worked there, so it might work here, you know. And so I thought I might. The microphone, randomly works. Okay, so I thought I might attract maybe three or four people, and we had 16 people turn up on that first interest meeting. So, and then 25 people sent me a private message as well. I thought, yay, we're off, we're running, which is pretty awesome. So we put, I didn't do this all by myself. Thank you for thinking I did. But we have had an awesome team that's supported this thus far. And please, if you feel the desire to get involved, we would welcome you onto the organising committee, if you like, as well. Because the more energy, positive energy, then the better for everybody, right? So look around the room and notice how, just take a note of what is the population of Playa del Carmen? Does anybody know? 350,000. Wow, it's a bigger town than I thought. Okay. And look how many are here. You guys are special. Really special. In fact, give yourselves a little round of applause. You made it here. What I would actually do, I might do this at the end, but what I would normally do is just actually invite you to go and give each other a hug. But we might do that at the end, we'll see. So I'm doing things a little bit differently here. Playa is a little bit different. We haven't charged for this event. We've been very, very lucky that the venue has given us this venue for nothing. And we are actually, interestingly enough, restricted this week. Rather, they are restricted to a maximum of 60% capacity, and I think we've filled it. So well done, guys. So I would love for you not to just see this as yet another event where you go along and then at the end of the event you go away and we see each other another time. I would love this to be your peer group. I love this to be your support buddies, your friends that you want to mix with and mingle with. And so I'd invite you to stay at the end and feed yourselves, have some food, have some drink, mingle, speak to the speakers who are here, speak to the rest of the people who are here, and let's not just make this a one-off event where you just disappear immediately afterwards. If you're interested, okay. So that's my thoughts on it anyway. So I'll just give you a little bit of the vision for just now, what we're going to do just now. I'm going to introduce Michale as our first guest speaker. And I met Michale at another event, and I was so impressed. I thought this woman, well, you'll see her when she comes up, she walks the talk. She's not just been doing this for 2 weeks. She knows what she's talking about. So I'm going to introduce Michale, and she's going to, I won't steal her thunder, she's going to talk about health and nutrition and so on. And then, before we have a break, I'll come back up again and actually introduce Shay, who has a really exciting school project that I heard all about. I was so enthused by it, inspired, that I thought actually I'd love to bring her here to you guys as well, because this is not just personal development. If we talk about the Tony Robbins stuff, for example, we all want love, we all want significance, we all desire variety, and we all want some kind of consistency. But the two things that are missing from our 6 human needs, if you like, is growth and contribution. And Shay actually is here because she does have that for us. She has that project for us on the growth contribution. So I think I'm still living, I was going to say later, but just introducing it just now. So that's why Shay's here. And then we'll have a comfort break, okay? And then I'll introduce you to our next speaker. I won't say last speaker anymore, because Francois is going to help you with the goal setting, and that's going to be an interesting one in itself, because I don't suspect many of us are here because we had it in our goals 3 years ago. So that's going to be an interesting one we're going to talk about later. And then, before we wrap up, I'm going to introduce another amazing spirit the soul that I met here, who's Kelly. And Kelly is probably the person I know in the world who lives so much in gratitude that I just figured she has to be your final speaker for today. So I'm shocked a bit. So I'm really pleased with the speakers that we've managed to put together already. So without further ado, I wasn't expecting to stop for so long. I just wanted to tell you the running order of what we're envisaging just now. And by all means, this is not my show, so if you think we can improve this in any way at all, give us, interact, okay? So, without further ado then, let's give an amazing playa welcome to our first speaker of the day. Michale Hartte is here to talk. Oh, you started already. Thank you, Alison. So Michelle's here to share with us her own health journey and help you to take that further. She's a recognised author. She's going to tell us all these things, so I won't steal any more thunder. Michale, everyone!
Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah. So I first of all want to thank Mike and Michale. How do I pronounce that? I want to do it right. Michale? Okay, I did it right, yay! For having me speak today. I love nothing more than to share about nutrition and health and the impact it has on how you look and feel. Okay? So get ready for, actually, do you have a pen and paper? Because you may want to take some important notes. And so today, first of all, my name is Michale Hartte. I'm a diet and detox specialist. I've been doing this work for 20 years and love what I do. I'm new to Mexico, so I'm excited to meet all of you as well. And look at this location. This is absolutely gorgeous. And this time of year, is it not the funnest? It's a new year. This is a new year. You can reinvent yourself. This is the time to do it, right? And I know with the new year, a lot of people have health goals. Is that right? Most people have health goals. And did you know that if you actually said your health goal out loud, you have a 33% greater chance of it actually happening if you say it out loud. And even a better chance if you write it down. You probably knew that. You look really smart. Okay, so here's the thing. Who wants to share their health goal? Okay, I want to hear this. Hi, you're Debbie, right? D-E-B-B-I-E.
Yeah, hi everybody. My goal is to reach 140 years of age. That's my ultimate goal.
33% better chance of reaching that, as you said. Good girl. And actually 40 because you said it in front of everybody else. I love that. That's good. Anyone else want to share? Okay. What's your name?
Hi. In front of my health is to learn how to eat better, how to eat healthier.
Yeah.
So I think I eat supposedly good, but I want to learn more.
Okay. So basically, you want to eat healthier in 2022 than you did in 2021.
And for my whole entire year.
For the whole entire
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Perfect. Love it. Anyone
Thank
else?
you.
Don't be shy.
Hi, I'm Lori, and my goal is to heal my knee and my hip through spiritual work, meditation, and physical work.
Woo. Nice. Oh, I love it. Hey, that's wonderful, and I'm sure you will.
Hi, my name is Kelly, and my health goal this year is to walk in Spain, from France to Spain, to do the Camino San Sebastian, which is about 800 kilometers, I think, something like that. So that's my goal this year.
I love it. That's exciting. We like these goals. Anyone else want to share? Oh.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Shane, and I want to quit smoking. I actually quit already, but I want this time to be different and to last. That is my goal.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love this. I love this. So today you're going to learn a simple way in which you can eat healthy in Mexico. So that's how profound this can be. So we talked about three-step solution. The first one, whole foods, okay, 80-20. The second one is the one most important food group that I see we need to eat more of that we're not. That will change everything. What will it do? Again, build our bodies to be strong. What is it? It's protein. It's protein. We're not eating enough protein. Protein is the building blocks of your body. Protein breaks down into amino acids in your body and builds your body up to be strong. Protein builds your bones. Protein is the building blocks of all your hormones. Okay? Protein builds muscle to then be able to lose the fat so that you can be slim, strong, and sexy forever. It's really about the metabolism. Eat more protein, you will raise metabolism. You could eat more food and feel great. You're built of protein. We need to eat more protein. Protein also balances, guess what? Your immune system. No one's talking enough about that. Why is that important? Because a lot of people are getting sick. 2 people today. I got the message with this variant. Well, we can empower our bodies to be strong, to be able to handle these variants. Virus, protozoa, fungus, bacteria, all these things. It's really about your inner terrain. How healthy is your immune system? If you eat enough protein and you eat it with every meal, you will see a profound difference in how you look and feel. You will be strong. This is how I reversed my condition. A big part of it is I got away from sugar and all the carbs, and I started eating protein. Protein. So we can talk about the types of protein that are like the Cadillacs and the ones that maybe not be as great, but really, and I will, because I'll give you some tactics. But we need to eat more protein. The third, I want to make sure I'm in. Okay, so the third step to my 3-step solution is we need accountability, because we're going to fall off track. We need support. Hey, maybe it's not at your home. Maybe you go home and you want to eat healthy, but your partner doesn't. You can't control him, and don't even try, because he'll go the other way and it won't be good. All you can do is control yourself. That's it. Just control your own diet. And hey, maybe they'll watch and they'll go, wow, look at you. You're looking and feeling great. Then they come on board. But you change you, not them. So if that's a challenge, then, find a friend who you can eat healthy with. Make this deal like you got a 30-day challenge. Maybe talk to your kids. Maybe join a group. Other people doing the same. Okay, I have a group. It's called the Fit and Healthy Group. And we're all getting fit and healthy together. All right? So it's strength in numbers. Just like you were saying, Mike. It's about coming together and having the same, values and working together, because we do struggle. We're here to learn. So I 100% agree with that. And the other confusing part is when we go to our stores and we see these boxes of packaged food and they have a stamp on them and it says heart healthy. Okay? Is it really heart healthy? We have to actually dig deeper and look at these sort of things. Okay? We can't take things for granted. So I understand how it can be very confusing. So that could be difficult to eat healthy when it's okay. The second reason why I find most health seekers have a real challenge eating healthy is they're missing the one food group that is so responsible for getting us strong, getting us lean, supporting our immune system, okay, detoxifying our body, and giving us that energy that we want when we wake up and go all day. Okay? I don't see this food group being eaten very much. And so I want to bring light to this, but that'll be a little bit later. Okay, the third reason I find most health seekers have a real problem eating healthy is they feel they need to do it alone. They feel unsupported. And that could be really difficult because even if they want to eat healthy, they fall off. And they keep falling off, but they keep trying to get on and they keep falling off, so they can't stay consistent. So that is going to be a challenge, all right? But we're going to solve that problem today. Woohoo! So I have a 3-step solution where we're going to solve this problem. Okay, so the first step in the 3-step solution is this. Keep it simple. Eating healthy is not that hard. How come we're the only race that has a hard time? Birds know what to do. They go, I see them in the morning. They go and they grab their fish and they pull it out of the water and they eat it. And cats know what to eat. You know, cows, pasture raised, they know what to eat. All these other dogs, they all know what to eat. How come we don't know what to eat? It's because we're so confused with all the marketing messages. I'm going to keep this really simple, okay? And so that is your solution. So here's the simple part. Just eat whole foods and get rid of the ultra packaged foods, the ultra processed foods. It's that simple. Okay? So I'm going to give you an example of the two. Let's talk about potatoes. Potato. Okay, it's grown in the garden and it's a whole food. It's from nature. Then we look at the ultra-processed form of that. Those are potato chips. They are completely different information in the body. Food is information. It will tell your body to heal or not. If you just stick with whole foods, you will heal. If you are too fixed on too much ultra-processed foods, you won't. It's so simple. Now we look at oranges. A whole orange from the tree. That's a whole food. Then we look at its ultra-processed part. What is it? Crystal Light. Open up the package, put it in some water. Orange juice. It's not orange juice. Okay? So, and the third example would be whole grain. Whole grain, whole rice, like grown in the fields. And then the opposite would be open up the package and grab some white rice flour. That's not okay. So really we need to distinguish whole food to ultra-processed food. Ultra-processed food is in a box or a wrapper and it's full of a ton of ingredients. So that way we know what's what. If you still don't know, go to the farmer's market, you'll see all whole food. Or 2 stores that I love in Mexico. Because remember, this is about eating healthy in Mexico, right? So I haven't been here long. I've only been here 2 months, but I have been viciously looking for the best places for the best quality food, for the best price. I love DAP. I love DAP. DAP is like a one-stop shop for most things. And their produce, it seems very fresh. So I love DAP, and if I can't get what I need from DAP, there's this other store called Chedraui. How do you Chedraui. It's amazing. They have these gourmet food section, which are high quality. They have all this organic section. Organic means no chemicals, grown properly. So if you look at those 2 stores, spend most of your time there, you're going to be way off to the races. Okay? And I want to give you a little bit more information about this whole food story. Did you know that every single food you put in your body, you're growing bugs to be able to break it down? It's called the flora. And so if someone here is really hooked on packaged foods, sugar, just not whole foods, it's because you've been eating it for a time that's growing these bugs that makes you eat more. So you're feeding the bugs, they're growing, and they're making you want more. So really, to turn this around, just start with switching it to, if you're eating ultra-processed foods all day, most of the day, just pick one meal of the day and switch it from more packaged to whole food. Just start there. And then what will happen is you're going to grow different bugs in your body that want the whole food, so that you're going to crave the whole food, and then you start to eat more whole food, and you won't even want the packaged food because you're growing the bugs that want that. Okay, so that is an easy way to transition from fast food, ultra processed, to whole food. Just start with one meal. Just start with one, and you'll see it all turn around from there. If you keep it at an 80-20%, 80% whole foods, 20% go to town, go have fun, have what you love, chocolate, bread, whatever. Because if you try and go 100% whole foods, that's going to be really difficult, and you'll fail. Okay, but if you keep it to the 80-20% rule, 80% whole foods, 20% whatever you want, packaged stuff. But if things start to fall off the rails and you're 30% packaged sugar and 70% whole foods, now you got to course correct and go, wait a minute, I'm falling off track. Michelle said 80-20%, I'm going to the 80%. So just have to turn it around. So just 80-20. Just remember the 80-20. That way you'll be able to stay on your healthy eating plan forever because you're not depriving. You still get your treats, but you're keeping it at a minimum and you're in control. Okay? So just remember that. It's really, really healthy anyways. And just so you know, the information that I'm sharing with you today really helped turn my life on. So when I was at a very, very young age, I developed an accelerated aging disease very young. I wanted to be liked. I wanted a boyfriend. So I thought, oh, to be liked, I should be thin. So I starved myself to be thin, and I got really sick. So sick that I had an accelerated aging disease that the doctor said at a young age, the only thing we know you could do is take this medication. I thought, well, the medication isn't going to fix my problem. Thank you for saying that. It's a great, solution, but it's something else. It's something else. And I thought, it's got to be my diet. I'm not eating very much and very well. It's got to be my diet. And so what I did was I went on a quest to find the best diet for us to eat. And I did find it, and you're going to learn more about that today. And so after I did find it, I actually reversed my own condition to the ability to even have my family. If I didn't fix myself, I would not have had my gorgeous, beautiful, loving family that I cherish so much. This is the power of food. The condition I had was osteoporosis, and I was very young. My bones were supposed to be the strongest, they were the weakest. Why? Because I ate like crap. I was the one eating the ultra-processed food. I'm going to leave you with a framework that you can take with you today that will take away the missing piece to, okay, well, I kind of get what you're saying, but how do I pull it all together? Well, I have created this 4 steps to creating a healthy meal framework. So this is where you may want to take some notes. Okay, so you're at home or you're at a restaurant. Doesn't matter where you are. The first step in eating healthy is I want you to prioritize protein. I want you to think about, in your head, where's my protein source for this meal? Okay? And because again, protein is responsible for, it's the building blocks of your muscle, which is going to build your metabolism, which then allows you to eat more food and not gain weight, for one example. Or when you're 80 and you're on the ground because you fell, you're not sent to the hospital because you broke a bone. No, you're strong enough to pull yourself up because you have the strength from the protein. Protein builds the strength. Okay? Sick people are around you and you aren't sick. Why? Because you're feeding your body properly. All right? So protein. Let's talk about the best protein sources. So this is if you're an animal, if you eat animal products, and then I'll also, of course, correct you if you eat plants, because really, it's okay. Both are fine. So if you love to eat animal products, then the top of the chain is organ meats. Organ meats, just a small amount of organ meats has a powerhouse full of nutrition. What does it have? CoQ10. What is CoQ10? CoQ10 is your most important antioxidant and energy substance in the body that will give you energy and keep you looking and feeling young. CoQ10. It's also really important for the cardiovascular system. And if you are on statin drugs, I'd be looking at having more CoQ10 foods. What are they? Organ meats, liver, kidney. In fact, I ordered in organ meats into my my house to then be able to add it to my chili. So I'm already having organ meats now, okay, because of this. That's warrior food. That's if you eat animal products. If you don't, just cover your ears. And the second one, as far as the top of the ladder, which is the highest in nutrition, fish and seafood. Fish and seafood. Why? Because it's brain food. It's full of DHA. That is a type of fat that when you eat it, it feeds your brain. You're a fathead. You're a fathead. But we need to get fatter in our brains. Because here's the thing. If you're not well and you're overweight, your brain is shrunk. But you can turn it around. It's okay. You can reinvent yourself. Remember, it's a new year. It's a new you. This is all fresh and new. And this will make a profound effect if you start today. So, we want to have more fish and seafood. Okay, fish and seafood. What else do they do? They're anti-inflammatory. If you have knee pain, if you have hip pain, if you have any pain in your body, you are inflaming. You have inflammation. That's a driver of all disease, by the way, inflammation. You just got to find out where it's coming from. Hey, you can put the fire out, fish and seafood. It's like the Cadillac of animal protein. Okay? Then going down from there, grass-finished beef would be another one. Grass-finished, not grain-fed and farm-fed. Factory-fed. That is just not okay. It's just not okay. They need to eat their natural diet. Why? Because you're eating what they're eating. And they need to eat their natural diet. So it's grass. So grass-finished beef. And you can get that here because that's what I get. I get grass-finished. Then we have chicken and turkey. Eggs are a perfect food. So a whole egg is a complete food. Down from there, you've got your other protein. So if you are vegetarian, then you can have eggs, fish, and seafood. You can maybe look at some dairy. If you're vegan and you want to do more plant-based, here's how to do it correctly. Ready? And that's cool. As long as it's working for you, then that's perfect. Okay. So here's how to carefully put together a vegan or vegetarian plant-based meal. Ready? To get all your amino acids, which is what you're looking for. You want to combine a whole grain, not the flour, the whole grain. You do need to soak the whole grain before you consume it, just so you know, in a brine. Otherwise, you are going to irritate your gut with phytic acid, enzyme inhibitors, trypsin inhibitors, and you're wondering why you're not well and you're eating whole grain. It needs to be soaked in water and salt overnight. It does. You can put a bit of lime in there, lemon, whatever, but really you have to soak it because you're getting rid of what your body can't break down. So you soak your grains, and if anyone has any questions, that's fine. I can share that with you. So you have your grains, and then you add the beans and legumes. So whatever kind of beans work. I love black beans, whatever beans you love, but you want to do whole grains with your beans and legumes, and then here's the thing. You want to add 2 more things to make it a complete balanced meal. I learned this from Dr. Jack Tips from the States. He's incredible. He wrote this book. Amazing. Sprouts. You add a handful of sprouts into this dish. What does that do? Increase the protein value. It's this beautiful symphony of these ingredients that all work together chemically for it to raise your amino acid profile, your protein value. And then the last part of this is a sprinkle of nuts or seeds. You have to watch. It's about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons, and not more than that. Those 4 ingredients into one meal will give you a complete protein. So perfectly fine. So that's your protein. So the 4 steps to creating a healthy meal. Number 1, where's my protein source? Number 2, where is my carbs? That's where the plants come in. So you've got your protein. Now you go, okay, well, I'm not just going to eat protein all day. I need to add something to that. Yeah, the plants. What are your best plants? What are your best carbs? There are good carbs and bad carbs. Yes, there are. There are good carbs and bad carbs. What are the good carbs? Listen to your mother. She says, eat your vegetables. So this is what I tell my kids all the time. So we need to eat our vegetables. That is your best carb. What are the best vegetables? The ones grown in your environment. Why? Because you live here. And it's going to have a higher nutrient value than if you don't. And so you want to eat the vegetables that are growing here. So, and then when it comes to whole grains, they're a carb. When it comes to nuts and seeds, when it comes to beans and legumes, when it comes to fruit, limit those. Limit them. Chow on the vegetables. Chow on the vegetables. Color your plate. Each vegetable has its own nutrient value, and so you want to get a variety of that, okay? So here we've got our protein as number one. Now we've got our carbs, which are the vegetables, just saying. The third step in the four steps to creating a healthy meal is our fats. Fats. We're forgetting our fats. You know what? Fats make us slim. The right fats. So I'm going to talk about the wrong fats though, because they make us not slim. So there are bad fats. The bad fats are vegetable oil. Vegetable oil, because it's oxidizing your body. You're actually rusting very quickly, and you're rusting, and it's going to age you very quickly, and it's going to affect your cardiovascular system negatively. So what are vegetable oils? Well, sunflower and safflower. They are not okay. They're not okay. And canola oil, forget it. Canola oil, as healthy as it sounds, it's not. It's an omega-3, it doesn't matter. It's linked to scarred kidneys. We don't want canola oil. We don't. What do we want, though, for fats? We want the fats that are going to keep us healthy, right? What are they?
Avocado.
Oh, see, I knew you were smart. Yeah, so that is correct. So avocado, so the whole avocado or the avocado oil. When you buy your oils, make sure they're in a dark bottle because they're perishable, because they go rancid easy. So dark bottle. You know, it's a good fat if it's sold in a dark bottle. Olives, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil organic would be amazing. And I saw good pricing at Chedraui. So get a large bottle and go to that. Coconut. Coconut oil, coconut milk, coconut. Okay, so those are your best fats. So think about that. So we talked about protein, carbs, fats, and then the fourth one is what I call, how am I doing for time? See, I could talk all day and I just don't want to. Yeah. Okay. So the fourth one is superfoods. Superfoods. Not superfoods marketed as superfoods like, oh, buy this supplement or take this powder. Here, Moringa will fix everything. And no. Let's get away from marketing and what really is superfoods. What are they? Sprouts. Sprouts are concentrated vegetables. It's like, if you think about broccoli sprouts, just a little handful will give you so much more nutrition than like the whole broccoli. So, and it's true, and it's really good. It's got sulforaphane, so it's good for detoxification, just saying. Especially if somebody has had cancer, you want to think about broccoli sprouts. And just a handful. Sprouts. You want to put sprouts into your meals. The other one is bone broth. Again, if you eat animals, bone broth. What does it do? It heals your gut. And DAC has great bone broth. And so if you have a cup a day, it's a natural facelift for us ladies. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now is have 1 cup a day. Also, if you do exercise in the gym, before you go to the gym and you're like over 40 or over 50, you really want to nourish those joints. And the best way to do that, and we learned this from Dr. Kate Shanahan, who worked with the basketball team, LA Lakers, they won. She had them drink a cup of bone broth before they worked out, and it nourishes the joints so that they had better mobility, so that they had better training, so that they had better recovery. So 1 cup of bone broth, ladies, it does help with the facelift. I learned that too. So bone broth. The third one is fermented foods. Fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut. There are some yogurts that are unpasteurized, non-homogenized. they are fermented foods. Natto, fermented foods. So we want to put these into our bodies because they're going to build a good gut, so that you can break down your foods and absorb what you need and get rid of what you need. Okay? Herbs and spices. Herbs and spices, they are concentrated medicine. Cilantro helps get rid of heavy metals. Parsley is so full of minerals it can help get rid of pain. Oregano is so good as an antimicrobial. Cumin is really good as a digestive aid. So rosemary is really good for the liver. So anyone who has a hormone issue, you've got a liver issue. It's the liver that's driving the hormone issue. And so we need to really support that liver for anyone who has hormone issues. So you want to add in a lot of these herbs and spices. If you do have amalgam fillings though, I wouldn't have the cilantro because it'll pull the metal out of your mouth and put it systemically. So that's a bit of caution with the cilantro, is you don't want to have much of that if you have amalgam fillings. Okay, get them out and then we can start to have them again. Well, that's a lot of information. Is your head falling off your body? Because this is kind of what happens. But anyways, that's why I said take notes. And I'm always here for more questions. I just want to summarize what we learned today. So we learned just 3 basic things. The simple way to eat healthy in Mexico is this. Keep it simple. Go home and look at your cupboards. Is it whole food or is it ultra processed? Give yourself a fighting chance. If it's ultra processed, maybe throw it out. Maybe give it to someone who's starving. But you know what? Don't keep it in the house because you'll have it. So just remove what you know you need to remove. And remember the 80-20 rule. So that's a good action step after today. If you can go home, go through your cupboards and do that. Okay, that's a really good start. Second thing is prioritize protein. If you're vegan, if you're animal love, whatever it is, just make sure you get protein with every meal. We talked about why. And the third one is get support. Find an accountability partner. Have fun getting healthy. It's fun. Because guess what? I'm going to leave you with this one quote. Okay. Nothing tastes better than how fit and healthy feels. Thank you. If anyone wants to learn more about what I do, I have my cards there. And I do have a practice here, and also I have a sign-up sheet. So I have a support group for anyone who wants to be with others, getting fit and healthy. If you write your name in that, I can contact you. And if anyone here is stuck about, I don't really know exactly what to do, well, I can help you get answered. And that's it. Thank you so much, Mike, for your time.
Awesome. Isn't she amazing? Yeah, give it up for Michelle. You can tell she's not just been doing this 2 weeks, right? Thank you, Michelle. That was a lot of information. That was amazing. Yeah, superb. And she gave her time for nothing, guys. So amazing. Thank you. So we will have a break, and if you want to speak to Michelle at the break time and grab her card and put your details down if you want to follow up with accountability, which is awesome. So thank you. So without further ado, I'm going to actually just to want to thank another couple of people as well. Michale is actually the one that's been speaking with the speakers, and he's already put a lot of time and energy in, so I just want to acknowledge that, mate. Thank you. And also Debbie just flew in last night to be here because she knew that I was hosting a Yes group today. She flew in from Mallorca in Spain just to come here. So amazing, Debbie, you're amazing. And Debbie's been living this stuff for more than 30 years, so I know. So she is an amazing person to speak to as well. Please do. She's got her own projects and things that she would be an amazing speaker for today, but I'd already filled the agenda for today. Oh, we've even got a camera up in the stairs. Hello! So, okay. What I wanted to do now is actually not just give personal information. I want us to grow and contribute if you're ready for it, if you want to take it to the next level. And I've got an amazing project that is happening here locally, and I want to introduce Shay, who's so enthusiastic about this project, and I'd love you to join with me in welcoming Shay onto the stage, guys.
you guys. That's all right.